Football season's here. How would you kind of describe how things are going on early for the Bison?
Things are going good. We got a lot of new kids, a lot of new freshmen. I think the future looks bright. A lot of our seniors, our returning seniors, we're learning a lot of new things with our new coach, and I think it's going to be a good season.
Coach Hammond told me, real veteran group with like 24 of you guys back. Does that raise expectations for you guys this year?
Yeah, it raises expectations. Last year we had a mediocre season in my opinion, but this year I'm hoping for a really good one.
What is it going to take to make it a good one, do you think?
We're going to have to work really hard in practice. We're going to have to do everything right. We're going to have to study up, watch film. We're going to have to be more physical than other big teams. So yeah, it'll be a challenge.
Can you believe it's your senior year?
Yeah, I can actually. I'm excited to be done with high school, so I'm gonna make the best of all the sports that I play.
Yeah, I know you're a three-sport guy, but so does that kind of help balance you a little bit?
Yeah, it balances me out a little bit because I can really appreciate all the different sports that I play, and it really helps me learn different lessons from every sport.
Brogan, what's a big key for the Bison to be successful this season?
We're gonna have to be, like I said, more physical than the other teams. We're gonna have to work harder. Yeah, that's really it.
What are your thoughts on 3A, especially the conference you guys playing in the East? You know, do you kind of see yourself in that mix as one of the top teams this year?
I would see us in that mix, yes. Our conference is pretty tough. We have some pretty good schools that we play against, so yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
What do you love the most about playing here at Buffalo?
I really like all the coaches. I like the intensity they bring. I also like playing with all the people that I get to play with. I also love playing right in front of the mountains. That's awesome.
Yeah. What do you love the most about playing for Coach Hammond?
I really like the energy he brings. I really like some of the jokes that he says. I really like a lot of the plays that he runs are really schemed to our personnel, so I really like that.
Is there an individual goal you have for yourself this year at all?
My individual goal is just to be the biggest team player that I can be. I'm not looking for any conference awards or anything. I just want to be the best player to the team that I can be.
What about, let's do a little rapid fire here. Best thing about playing football?
I think my favorite thing about playing with football is how much of a team sport it is. Like, soccer is technically a team sport, but I feel like it takes all 11 people to do a good thing on the football team. So I really like that.
Gotcha. What's the best part about bus trips?
Oh, bus trips? Just how crazy they get. That's my favorite part about bus trips.
What do you dread about bus trips?
I don't like driving 5 hours in one sitting. That's not fun.
It's a big state though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Favorite place to play besides here at home? Maybe a good atmosphere, or maybe you had a good game there or something?
That is a really good question. I think my favorite place to play, it would have to be probably Riverton. Because
okay.
I really like their turf field, and I like the atmosphere that all their fans bring. I really like that.
Yeah. What about who's your favorite team to beat?
Douglas, if we get the chance to beat them, that's my favorite team to beat.
What about a team that you dread to lose to?
Douglas again.
Fair enough. Hey, Brogan, thank you so much, and best of luck this year.
Hey, thank you.
Blake, football season's here. Are you excited, anxious, nervous? What's going through your mind?
I got a little both. I'm a little anxious, and I'm really excited to come in this football season. Pretty proud of my teammates so far. I mean, we're getting it, we're grinding it out, and our team's coming closer every day, every week, and we're just ready to play some football. I'm excited.
You guys had a solid year last year, made the playoffs. What's got to happen maybe different this year to maybe make a step up?
I would say we just got to work a little bit more on our linemen. I mean, our linemen, like I said, are doing great so far. They've improved in the past 3 weeks of football than they've ever had, I think, and they're getting the ball taken care of the quarterback. Wide receivers are getting the ball, and that's all about it, because our linemen are studs. We got studs out here. We got Marco out here. We got Brogan, who you just talked to, but yeah.
All right. What about you? What are some things you're looking forward to here?
Last year I was an All-State, so I mean it's a new goal every year. I'm trying to step up my goal and hopefully try to be go in the Shrine Bowl this year. I mean, that's one big goal I've always wanted to do. Another one is just we got a new team. Just to bond with my teammates was one big deal, a part of me, and that's about it. Yeah.
What do you got to get done before your first game? I know you've got a 0-week game, but whether that counts, doesn't count, whatever. But what do you feel like you got to get done, especially practice-wise?
I mean, what we need to get done is just executing on the ball, executing on the field. I mean, our linemen are a big part. They've done an amazing job. I mean, I don't think really anything needs to be done. I think the mentality and the focus needs to be there every day at practice. But other than that, there's really nothing like that needs to be done. I mean, just grinding out practice, just getting better every day.
Gotcha. What are you looking forward to the most this year?
I would have to say our rivalry game against Douglas, because that's always a crazy game. I mean, we were down bad last year, but I'm always looking forward to that first rivalry game. I mean, we got at home this year, so hopefully we can take that and come out with a dub. But I mean, Doug's was a straight up team last year. I mean, we came out and performed, and they came out the better team at the end of the game.
Gotcha. Well, let's talk a little bit about what do you love the most about playing here at Buffalo High School?
I mean, the brotherhood. I mean, these are my dogs. I mean, the brotherhood here is crazy. I just love it. Everybody's bonding way better than we did last year. I mean, nothing against last year, but we're bonding like crazy. I've been playing with these guys since I was just little, and that's the best part about football.
What do you love the most about playing for Coach Hammond?
Hammond, he's got me so far in football. He's got me already. Coaches looking at me for college, which is a blessing. And I've been looking forward to this season, especially. It's my senior season. It's my last ride with the boys. And Hammond's a dog too. He's one of the greats out there. He's been to the Shrine. He's done all of it.
I gotcha. Favorite place to play besides here? Can't choose your home field.
Okay, I would. I like to go into Cody or Douglas, if that's what you're talking about. The rivalry games are just crazy. I mean, Douglas, we're 1-1 on that field right now. We beat them my freshman year, and then we came in there and they came out with the win on their home field. So it's 1-on-1 on their own field. So we're hoping to take that away from them on ours. So
I gotcha. What's a place you kind of dread playing?
Cody.
Oh, okay.
Cody's a stout team every year. That's 2 already underneath their belt, and my team, we've talked about it, we're after them this year. We're just trying to improve this year, and hopefully we can make something happen against Cody.
Coach told me you're playing a Colorado team this year. How unique will that be? Somebody totally different.
Yeah, that's a crazy part about that is we get to go travel on the road. I mean, it's going to be a long trip, but I love it. Everybody, like last year, I mean, Douglas was playing some, I think, Idaho team or Nebraska team, and I mean, just another chance to get better at a game.
Yeah.
Grow.
Who do you love to beat the most?
Douglas.
Who do you hate to lose to the most?
Douglas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there? Give me a key for this team to be successful this year. What do you think, Blake?
I think one key is just be next to each other, play for the one next to each other, always on the second play, the first, second, just beat the guy right next to you or across from you and play for the guy next to you.
Appreciate the time. Good luck this year.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Rob, we're underway with practice, and I know for 3A teams it's only been a few days, but how would you kind of characterize how things are going right now?
Things are going overall well. We're healthy. Kids are excited. Sorry about that. I think the kids are excited to be back after the summertime. They love summer, but they need some structure. They need some activity. So energy's been good, health has been up, so we're ready to go.
What's Buffalo Bison football about here in 2022?
It's just about, we say a few things. We just talk about this week's theme has been eat. We got to have great effort, great attitude, and we got to be tough. And that's been the focus. But that's kind of what we do. We're always the little guys, so we just have to play with great effort. We have to execute well, and we should have to be as tough as we possibly can.
I know you were a mainstay in 3A, dropped down to 2A for a couple years. What's it been like coming back up to 3A, especially on this east side of the state?
I think it's where we belong. When we were playing 2A, we would go to some schools that we hadn't played before, we hadn't been at, and it just didn't feel like those were our natural matchups maybe. And now some of our natural rivals we get to play again. And it's where we need to be. And I think that's where our kids want to be as well. So, we play a lot of big schools, but that's what we do. It's all right.
You mentioned, the discipline, the structure. How would you say things are going here in the first few days?
I think they're going well. We have a lot of upperclassmen. We have 26 upperclassmen. That's a big number for us. So those guys have been here. They know our expectations. And when you have a good group of seniors like we do this year, sometimes they start to lead practice and they lead the team, and that's a sign of a good thing. So we've had to do less time just installing our culture and expectations, and we've allowed the older guys to run with it. So that's always a good sign, I think.
Is this a group capable of handling a little bit more thrown at them, maybe? Or is it more kind of fine-tune what you do well?
We're going to fine-tune. Sometimes I think the more I do in practice, especially on offense, right? I work on plays all week, and I don't call them in the game anyway. So we're just going to, try to narrow the focus and be good at what we're good at. So, it's just a lot of repetitions, and, it's just more technique this week, more technique and more understanding our scheme than throwing a lot at the kids.
Talk a little bit about with the veteran group, are expectations higher, are goals higher out of this group this year?
100%, and we haven't even talked about goals or anything, and we'll do that this week. We have a team camp out this week, but we're really just every team in the state's going to set the same goal, and we all know that. But it's just like, what are we going to do, and how are we going to rule ourselves, and what kind of house are we going to build? So it's just more the process of becoming great is what we need to try to focus on instead of wanting to be great. So we all have those goals, but we try not to talk about them too much, and we just try to talk about day to day, how we're going to act day to day so those goals are attainable.
What are some things you need to get done in practice to get you ready for game one?
But in 2 weeks when we go play level and 0 week, I just want our kids to understand our base scheme, and then week to week we can work on matchups or whatever. But I just want the kids to understand what we do, so we're playing fast and we're not thinking. So a lot of reps. So when we get out of there, it's a second nature and we're not thinking, because when we think, we're slow and we get hurt. So we just want to be understand what to do. Quarterback needs to know where to go with the ball, and then we can just play our football. We can play fast. We can play tough.
You feel like you mentioned the veteran group, but you feel like you got some core guys that you can really build around both sides of the ball?
100%. In our lineman drills back here, we had 20-some linemen. We've never had 20-some linemen before. Nice. And that's where I think the game's won and lost, where we need to start. So I think our line play is going to be better this year. So we're going to build around those guys, and we got a lot of good guys coming back, skill guys, some all-conference and all-state guys, and so we're excited about the core group. We're bringing back 9 or 10 starters, so that's a good place to start from.
What are your thoughts on 3A just in general here early on?
I think it's going to be wide open. Cody's the standard right now, and we're not going to deny that, but I think after that, I think it's up for grabs, and I think it's going to be exciting. I don't know much about the West. I think they've lost a lot. I think the East is going to be competitive. I think a lot of teams are going to be pretty good, and I think we're going to be pretty good with them. So we're excited. We're excited to play. We're excited for the season. Just ready to go. Yeah. Is
there any one key early on that you got to see out of your team that maybe gets you off in a good direction?
Well, we need to get off to a good start. We have a pretty tough preseason schedule. Okay. We'll play Newcastle #1, and first game's always tough, and then we're going to see Cody, and then we go to Colorado to play a tough Resurrection Christian team. And those non-conference games don't really matter that much, but they do as far as psyche and just team attitude. So we need to get off to a good start. We need to, come out some wins, and then we need to come out healthy, and then be ready for conference play.
Rob, thanks so much for the time this morning. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you.